Welcome back, guys. It is Shadow Master here with another Dragon Ball Legends video. So before I get into this video, a brother is home alone. So, I'm home alone, but I'm recording in my room because when you watch too much horror movies and you're home alone, it's not really a pleasant feeling. But I'm not like scared in a way, because I know no one is randomly gonna pop through my wall and come and kill me, right? Because all my doors are locked, and if someone were to break in, then I would have heard the sound. But in today's video, we're gonna be doing a Dragon Ball Legends tier list. I'm gonna have a little bit. Some of the picks that I choose, people are gonna say that's cap, but this is just personally my opinion. But some of them are actually gonna be facts. So we have our honorable mentions here. Honestly, I know some people put like 10 characters in their honorable mentions. I put like a lot of characters in my honorable mentions because I'm basically putting characters who has potential to be top 10. By the way, some characters on here that I know you guys probably don't think should be on here. This is from a previous tier list, like a tier list for part 1 of the anniversary. So obviously I don't have time to take out certain characters, so I'm gonna just keep them there even though I know they're probably not gonna be top 10. So without further ado, I'm not gonna waste any more of you guys' time. So for number 9 and 10, I think I'm gonna put Kellen Caulifla and Daima Goku, but I'm gonna put Kellen Caulifla ahead of Daima Goku. Now, Kellen Caulifla is a very good character. Like, I'm sure if you have them on your team, you could get so far with these characters. They have probably the best disrupt in the entire game. Their disrupt, literally, you can't play the game. They take away your key, and I don't even think you can switch. I mean, I still need to check. I haven't used Kellen Caulifla in forever. Need to start back using them. But they are just so good. Like, their damage is phenomenal. Their green card, they heal way too much. Like, I swear, if they were at like 800,000 health, you press that green card, they're like at 2 million. They just gain so much health from that green card, it's not even funny. It's rare to see a character who heals a crap ton and also does insane amounts of damage. Like, you can stack these characters on the Saiyan team along with UI and Majin Vegeta. You got your team. Slap them alongside MUI and Hit. That's your team. Like, they will work well with Saiyan. They will work well with Universe Rep. If you want to, maybe girls. But these characters are very valuable, especially if you don't have any other yellow units to use, or if you don't have any other gray units. You have them, well, you got both colors covered. Alright, and then for Daima Goku, right? Now, Daima Goku, funny enough, one thing I like is that his best team right now is not Daima. It's actually Saiyans, because, of course, you still have, Ultra Majin Vegeta, you have UI Saiyan Goku, top 5 characters in my opinion, but, like, used to be top 5, but it's going to change. No, I can't say used to be top 5. Okay, I forgot to say anything. But top 5 characters, right? So, again, Daima Goku is really going to work well with them, especially because if you don't have characters like Goku, Transforming Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Vegito Blue, and you have him Zenkai at like a decent amount of stars, like 9, he can actually cook up pretty well. His defenses are decent. It's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. On top of that, his damage is super good. Like, he does a whole lot of damage. So, because of the high amount of damage, he can nearly one-shot anybody with his blue card, which makes him insanely good. Okay, so for number 8, I'm gonna put Goku here. Now, he's falling off, but that doesn't mean that he's bad. There's just more characters that are okay. When characters fall off, it's because we're getting characters that are more likely to take their place. So, for example, if Daima Goku was number 2 in the game, eventually we're going to get characters that are way better than him, and then he's going to fall down, right? But Goku was still an amazing pick for a team. His AoE green cards and his damage are just out of the roof. I love how he gets tons of cover no, tons of vanish restoration. His ultimate has tons of potential to one-shot, and he goes type neutral like almost all the freaking time. That character is absolutely insane. And you know, I'm glad that he's got a major comeback since when he first released, he was not that good. Like, I actually really wanted Gaku, but I summoned on Ultimate Gohan because I tend to think he was better, and then Gaku got an equipment, and then now he's better than Ultimate Gohan by a long shot. Until Ultimate Gohan gets his equipment, we shouldn't... Alright, until Ultimate Gohan gets his equipment, Gaku will always remain better. But I think if Ultimate Gohan gets his equipment, he'll be better than Gaku, considering the fact he was better than Gaku on their first initial release. But again, his damage is through the roof. He heals, I think, off blue cards. And then on top of that, his AoE green card, it gives him so much. It gives him an extra card. It gives him cover null. He gives him cover null. And it heals him. He also has endurance, so he could take rushes. And he also cancels buffs. So this guy is an insanely good character. Now, number 7. Oh, this is actually tough for number 7. Okay. For number 7, I'm going to put Ultra Majin Vegeta there. No, actually, for number 7, I'm going to put Rev UI. Now, Rev UI is an insanely good character, an insanely good Zenkai. He's mainly good when he's UI, of course. But that doesn't also mean that you can still cook in his blue form. When you pop his main, he gets element neutral and cover null, and you get a full hand of cards. Also, again, consider the fact he has revival, right? So he can take a rush, he can take a powerful ultimate, and then his blue card on UI has one-shot potential. Like a very good counter to MUI, considering the fact that he has a ranged blue card, and you don't have to scoot up to MUI and land the blue card. You don't have to, because 9 times out of 10, when you do that and you use the blue card, the enemy is going to scoot back with UI and then vanish and start a combo. At least from ranged, you can now just pop it, they vanish, and then you can make your next move, right? And you probably won't get PV'd. You can get PV'd still, but the chances are way less. So, again, his teams are also amazing. God, Ki, Sun Fam, Saiyans, Universe Rep. All those teams right now are amazing. So if you were to slap him along, not only that, you could slap him along, Revival, Vegeta and Cell because of the range type. He not only works well with the teams that he's buffing, he works well with any character that is a range type, but not any character. Just actually good recent characters, right? But nothing wrong with this unit at all. He's definitely a good number 7. Now, number 6. Sorry, guys. I literally can't breathe. I literally can't. Actually, here's what we're going to do. Actually, hold on. Because I do think Shallot deserves a place up here. Because with his equipment, he's insanely good. Now, he's not good. Now, not only is he... Now, here's the thing. He does insane amounts of damage. And on top of that, he can tank very well. The best part about Shallot is that you can now choose. Not even now. You could then choose what type of special moves you can do on Shallot. You can use on Shallot. Right? Not use, like... It's different. Okay. Let me slow down. You can choose what special move you want to have on Shallot. That's what I was trying to say. So, and you also get the same effects as that special move. For example, EX Metal Cooler. His blue card nullifies endurance. Now, if you put that on Shallot, it has the exact same effect. Or like Chilled blue card, where it has a 100% chance to paralyze. Now, if you put that on Shallot, you will get the exact same effect. There are so many blue cards that are amazing to put on Shallot, and with his equipment, it can do a crap ton of damage. I think the one that does the most damage is Bardock's blue card, which has so much potential to one-shot. It's not even funny. And then his tanking. His tanking isn't like blue card, have health for a free-to-play unit, that's not bad. No. He heals, again, a lot. But then with his tanking, if you were to pop a blue card it will probably only wipe 30% of his health. And it really depends on who's using the blue card. Like, even top 3 characters in the game can use a blue card on him, and I guarantee it will barely have an effect. Just barely. So, I mean, unless they're getting heavily Zenkai buffed with insanely good equipment, then yes, it's going to do a crap ton of damage. But Shala can still stay alive. There are some scenarios where he might die, like hits time skip when he's getting decently Zenkai buffed, and like Beast Gohan Special Beam Canyon when he's getting pretty good Zenkai buffs. But yeah, I think Shala really deserves a place on here. Like, I would say he's probably like 9.5, but most likely like top 10. He's definitely like up there with Kellen Caulifla and Daima. Like, he literally works well with a lot of teams. Literally a lot of teams. Like, and he can turn like different transformations, so he can unlock like he's probably the most unique character in the game. He literally is. Like, cause you can choose whatever special move you want on him. You can obviously change his outfits, and then on top of that, you can change his transformations. You can also go whether you want him to be a hero or a sparking. Obviously, we're all gonna choose sparking, but you can still do that, and you can choose any transformation you want. And then the Super Saiyan 2 one I know gives endurance. The Super Saiyan 3 one, when main is popped, nullifies endurance. And I just know Super Saiyan Blue was the only one with the unique gauge, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so for number 6. For number 6. It's actually a tough one. Because I know so many characters that can fit the number 6 slot. But actually, I think I'm going to put... Is Beast Gohan even top 10? I'm in the camp of yes, but I don't okay. For number 6, I'm going to put UNV. Now, UNV has fallen off pretty bad. Not like pretty bad, like, oh my gosh, he went from number 3 to number 12 in the game, right? Not even top 10. But he's fallen off a little bit, right? Now, Majin Vegeta, by all means, isn't a bad unit. If anything, people say he is their most hated unit in the entire game, which I can totally relate to. AoE green cards that nullifies unfavorable elements some of the time, and it nullifies cover change. A whole counter that he can draw a blue card from and locks you in, and you can't even vanish it. Lock in ultimate that nullifies endurance, like endurance himself, right? He is just toxic, overall toxic. Like, run him alongside UI Goku and Gaku. That team is just... Like, you probably never want to go against that team, and you probably feel toxic using it. As expected. That is team. That's literally 3 endurance characters, 2 with AoE greens, 1 with a counter green, and 2 that has insanely powerful ultimates. Like, he does a whole lot. The thing that's making him lower than we all expected was the fact that with the constant release of green units, it's the constant comeback of red units. The red unit I'm specifically talking about here is Ultra Cell, who, because of the release of Green Revival Vegeta, he's gained some value. Because he can work well with Vegeta insanely good, because they both are a powerful opponent, they're both range type, like, they just work insanely well with each other, and they both have defensive capabilities. So while I do think Majin Vegeta is still probably going to get value as we keep going through the years, right now he's not the best right now because of the comeback of certain red units, aka Ultra Cell and possibly Ultra Hit. For number 5, and you guys probably didn't expect this one. For number 5, I'm putting Diamond Goku up here. Now, I put Kellen Caulifla. What the heck? This tier is going to be very I don't know, because I do think... Oh, okay, you know what? Actually, we'll get to that in a second. So for number 5, I'm going to put the Super Saiyan 4 Diamond Goku. Now, look. I'm going to say this. The reason he fell out of the top 2 is because of the fact that his best team, which is Daima, fell off. It's not that good anymore. It's not terrible. It's not trash. It's not bad. It's just not as good as it was before. I'm talking about it's not as good as it was before the anniversary or during part 1 or in part 2. And the main teams that are being ran right now is Universe Rep, God Key, Saiyans, and if you want to, Saga from the movies. Those are the main teams being ran around right now. But Daima isn't being ran around that much anymore because of the fact that it's falling off. You need Cool Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4 Goku to make that team work. And I know nobody wants to pull, like, nobody is going to go back and try to get Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Ku if they ever return. And then wants to run Daima. But it's not only about the team. It's the fact that this character is restricted. Now he has the indestructible mechanic, which you might think that the indestructible mechanic, along with his insane amount of damage, should make him a top 3 character easily, right? And I could agree with you if he wasn't restricted. He can only have the indestructible mechanic if he is ran on Daima. But if he's ran on Sun Family, Saiyans, or anything of the sorts, he will not get that buff. So, you have to run him on a Daima team for him to get the indestructible. Which, keep in mind, as I said, the Daima team is falling off. Meaning that he has to be ran on a falling off team for him to get the indestructible. So that alone kind of made him fall down. He's still a top 5 character in my opinion. But I know as the year goes on, this character is going to fall off. Like, I have the slightest feeling the Ultra for part 3 is going to be probably a gray unit. If he's a red unit, then amazing. But then UI Goku is just going to get more value. So I think they should make the Ultra a green. But they could also make him a yellow, since that is the only color, that we do not have. Speaking of that, I think the Ultra character is going to be Legendary Super Saiyan Broly from the Broly movie. That's just me, though. But yeah. Now, number 4. For number 4, I'm going to go Revival Vegeta. Now, this character, there's nothing bad about this character. People were hating on this Vegeta, saying that he's bad. Now, look, I know he released alongside Kaioken Goku, but we do not need to make ourselves believe that this character is worse to make it seem like Kaioken Goku is insanely better. Like, while I will agree Kaioken Goku, in my opinion, is the better unit, it's not by a long shot. It's closer than you think. Now, Vegeta is immune to paralysis, meaning that if you were planning on trying to do insane amounts of paralysis with Ku, and you go against Vegeta, he will not be affected by that. To add on to that, Vegeta's teams are very good. Saiyan Saga, which got tons of buffs. Saiyans, Vegeta Clan, powerful opponent. Like, those teams are very good right now. You might say Vegeta Clan, is it? Ultra Majin Vegeta, Evolution Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Like so many characters, right? That can be on the Vegeta Clan tag and work insanely well. Even the free-to-play Red Vegeta is a solid option too if you want to run Vegeta Clan, but I will say use him if you're using Vegeta Clan in Proud mode, not in regular mode. Or you can use him as a bitch. Hey, do whatever you want. But in my opinion, I do really think you should use the free-to-play Red Vegeta if you're using Proud mode. But besides that, he has a insanely good defensive option. So, he's more of a supportive defensive character who can still manage to do tons of damage. So he isn't bad at all, actually. He's insanely good if we're being honest. Now, again, his revival is super valuable and he does good damage. If there's a character who has a defensive mechanism and is defensive himself, and he does insane amounts of damage, that character can easily become top 5 and could be the best character in the game. But with this Vegeta, it's really not. It's really because he released alongside a character who is stronger than him, which should make sense. Because, canonly, Kaioken Goku was stronger than Vegeta, if we're being completely honest. In that particular scene right there, the Kamehameha versus the Gallic Gun, Goku was stronger. Literally, it was 32,000 power level versus 24,000. which what number is higher? 32,000. It should obviously win. But really, the best thing about this Vegeta, right, is that he doesn't have to build up. The problem with some of the Vegetas, like LF Super Vegeta, LF Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Vegeta, LF Majin Vegeta, right? It's the fact that they have to build up in order for them to actually start cooking, right? Because they said they're trying to make these characters more anime related, right? Now, LF Super Vegeta had to build up the Final Flash. Evolution Vegeta had to build up, what is it called, the Final Explosion? Or, I don't know. It's the same thing as Majin Vegeta's, but except he doesn't die. And then Majin Vegeta had to come up with the final... listen, I don't know. But Majin Vegeta and Evolution Vegeta has blow-up moves. They need to build up to that, and then it would do back monstrous damage. But like characters like Ultra Majin Vegeta and Revival Vegeta, they just fight. They only build up at the end of the fight, right? But even then, Majin Vegeta, Ultra Majin Vegeta, never had to build up anything in the fight against Goku. Revival Vegeta, in his LF, doesn't even, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't even use the Gallic Gun. But again, I could be totally wrong. I need to rewatch the animation. But what I'm trying to make, the point I'm trying to make here is, this Vegeta is insanely good. That's what I'm going to say. He's insanely good, and if you have him, you can most likely last through the meta, even with the Ultra coming out, right? Now, for top 3, sorry guys, I literally can't breathe from all the talking. Okay. We can actually talk. Because one thing I want to say is that Ultra Hit is definitely top 10. If I were to put him anywhere, I would probably put him alongside Daima Goku. Alongside Daima Goku. Because his time skip ability with his equipment is way too valuable. It's way too good for me to leave him out of the top 10. He's definitely a top 5 character in my opinion. Again, his damage is amazing. His teams are solid. Once you land that time skip, it has potential to one-shot a blue character at element factor disadvantage. So, I don't know why Ultra Hit wouldn't be in the top 10 or even top 5. Now, number 3. I'm going to put Kaioken Goku up here. Now, Kaioken Goku, he is what YouTubers call the #1 best damage dealer in Dragon Ball Legends, right? And it's true. Not only his damage, I don't know what they gave the guy. He is probably a top 5 tanky character. He has a defensive gauge. He is a melee character with a defensive gauge. So he is having a good mix of offense and defense. Only that, his teams are extremely well. Saiyan, Sun Fam, Saiyan Saga, you name it, right? So, because of that, he is extremely valuable. Now, I think personally Saiyan Saga Vegeta is better than him individually. But if we're going off meta and teams and all of that, then in my opinion, Kaioken Goku is better. But again, his damage is through the roof. His green card is super valuable. Literally, in base form, when he pops the green card, he nullifies cover change and he goes type neutral. And then when he's Kaioken and he used the green card, it's the solar flare, so you literally can't attack or do anything. And then he nullifies cover change and goes type neutral again. So it's like a free combo and it does more, right? Now, I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say. He's an extremely good damage dealer with very good taking. And his teams are amazing too. Now, for number 1 and number 2. For number 2, I'm going to put... Did I lose him? Did I lose him? Okay, no. So for number 2, I'm going to put Ultra Cell. I know some of you guys are probably going to say this cap, but hear me out. Remember how I said because of the release of Green Vegeta and the release in the buffs of Green units, red units were supposed to come back? Well, that is my gosh darn proof. That is my proof, right? That is also my proof of why Super Saiyan 4 Goku fell off the way he did. When I tell you this character to this day still gets on my nerves. He still gets on my nerves. First off, he has endurance. Okay, he has endurance. But then he has endurance nullification. So he's an endurance character that nullifies endurance. I mean, as if that should make any sense, but again, he has a buff, and then he has an ability to permanently nullify that buff to other characters. Then he has a disrupt that seals all of your strikes and blasts, and you can only use green, blue, and ultimates, right? And then he has a green card that literally is a ranged one, right? If Super 17 was still cooking the meta, that would be a bit of a problem. But since he's not, it's not that big of a problem. Then he nullifies cover change on it. Then he goes type neutral when his gauge is full. And with the ultimate, I think he just goes type neutral with the ultimate when his gauge is full anyway. So if you were to pop that on MUI Goku, he's dead. Because not only does Cell have uncancelable endurance nullification, his ultimate hits like a truck. Especially since he has the art action, right? So this character is insanely good. He has abilities that are meta worthy, and I think he can stay top 10 until at least October and possibly November. That's how good this character is. Until we get like a blue, ultra, blue, insanely broken LF, like, we all thought Diamond Goku was going to stop this guy. It did not happen. It did not. If anything, Cell stopped him when he went type neutral. Diamond Goku was only slightly better when Cell is at a disadvantage. And even then, Cell can combo long enough to go type neutral. And then now Diamond Goku is no longer that big of a problem anymore. And the type neutral lasts for like forever. Well, mainly until the gauge runs out, but it just feels like forever. Okay? Now for number 1, I think we all can agree who it is. It's obviously my boy Nappa. Now, the thing about Nappa is that his damage. I'm kidding, dude. Guys, I'm kidding. Can I please take him off? There you go. Nappa is obviously not number 1. Number 1 is MUI Goku. Like, okay. He's toxic. That's all I'm going to say. Like, what UI Goku hasn't been toxic? Purple UI, Rev UI. Yeah, those characters. But MUI Goku Red 1 was toxic. Yellow UI Goku was toxic. And then we have this one. Now, here's the thing about this one. His counter does way too much damage. Literally just from standing there, you can wipe out half of the opponent's health by just doing nothing but dodging hits. He has a counter green card. As if he already did have an insanely broken counter, you give him a counter green card. And then it locks you in and he draws an automatic blue card. Then, on top of that, he has endurance and he can transform, right? Then, to put the cherry on top, when an ally is defeated, when he pops his main in MUI, he gets a blue, he gets his gauge back, and he goes type neutral. And his teams are insanely good. Universe Red, God Key, Saiyans, Sunfail. Like, this character is him. I don't really have much to say. He's just toxic, and he's going to be number 1 probably until the Ultra. But anyway, guys, so this is the tier list. Number 9 to 10, it can be interchangeable. I'm still sticking with number 9 being Kelly Caulifla, but number 10 could be either Shallot or it could be Diamond Goku. I think Shallot could go a little bit higher on this list, but that's just me personally. Number 8 is Gaku. Number 7 is Rev UI. Number 6 is Majin Vegeta. Number 5 is either Super Saiyan 4 Goku with Ultra Hit, but I'm sticking with Ultra Hit, really. But, again, I think both of them are number 5. Number 4 is Revival Vegeta. Number 3 is Kaioken Goku. Number 2 is Ultra Cell. I will not debate with anyone about it. And number 1 is, of course, MUI Goku. But, yeah, guys, so that's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you guys like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one for my part 3 of the anniversary predictions. And possibly in a grind time video, since I haven't did one of those since like what, the part 3 of the anniversary. And yeah, even then it wasn't that worth it. Have a good one, guys, and peace.